I don't think people understand how much you could do with Claude Code right now. We live in this golden age where you can go from, I'm about to sign up to a random website, put in my credit card, forget about it, and get charged later, to building that same app or multiple applications in minutes to hours. And no, I'm not talking about flimsy vibe-coded apps or websites. I'm talking about things that you would want to actually use in your day-to-day that you have the power to create for yourself. A video splitter? You can build that. A video compressor that goes from a 4 GB file to a 100 MB file without having to opt in or pay for another service? You can build that too. An image converter, a PDF merger, or even an audio extractor. You can build all of this, whether you're technical or non-technical. So no matter what your skill level is, this video is meant to inspire you. Using things like Claude Code isn't just for vibe coding or creating documents at scale. You can build real things that save real time and, most importantly, can save you real money. Don't believe me? Let me show you. Alright, so this media toolkit is what I'm going to walk you through how I built step by step today. And don't be fooled by the very basic UI. The goal here wasn't to be beautiful, but to be effective. And the goal is to have something like a video splitter, where typically, if you said video, splitter, large file, you would be greeted by some sponsored results just like this, and then when you sign in, you'd have to upgrade your plan or put a credit card on file, and you'd have one or a couple credits to use, and then most likely you'd forget about it and get charged later. Now the inspiration to build this came from me having to use a video splitter tool, a video compression tool, and an image conversion tool all in the same day. So instead of paying for an external service, I was able to ask Claude Code to build a video splitter for me, where I can paste a URL of my choice, click load, split it into however many parts I want, whether it's 1 or 3, and then click on split video, and it would run and perfectly run this in a span of 10 to 20 seconds, even less. And you can see right here, it's created 3 different files, and just this one feature needed me to go online, write free splitter, and get into that paywall scenario. So the big picture here is you want to look for areas in your life where you have a tool or multiple tools that you use on a recurring basis or occasional basis, where you could just ask Claude Code to write the Python, the JavaScript, whatever the framework is, to rebuild that tool so you can run it locally on your own computer. When I went to search what it would cost for me to run each and every tool to the level that I needed it, I would almost spend $100 a month just to use these on a one-off basis. So being the frugal mad scientist that I am, I refused to do this, and I took on the challenge of seeing how quickly could I build each of the following 6 tools. Now just as a spoiler, apps like AI Image Editor, Image Converter, PDF Merger were pretty straightforward, and Claude Code was able to put these together in under 10 to 15 minutes. It's really when it comes to tools like the video compressor, or the audio extractor, or even the video splitter, where there was a bit more back and forth. But still, in total, all of this took a total of 1 hour and 15 minutes to crank out the equivalent of 6 individual apps. So instead of entering your information everywhere, as well as your credit card everywhere, just to get very basic tasks done, so now we live in a world where you don't have to spread your email, your information, your credit card info off 5, 10, 15 different apps. You can build it to use it when you need it and run it on demand. And most importantly, a lot of these apps are very clever, where if you want to get the power of the free app, let's say for a 6 GB file, if you're doing video compression, you have to pay for $50 a month along with a bunch of other tools you don't need. So this way, you can pick and choose the features that matter to you, and you're fully in the driver's seat. Now for this project, I preserved all of my different chats with Claude Code to go through the TLDR of what matters to you if you wanted to not just build whatever I built, but build whatever matters to you. So the only file I started with was this Nano Banana research file that I got Perplexity to help me put together that goes through and breaks down how to use the Nano Banana API, and I wanted to use this for the image editor. Outside of that, everything else was just Pythonic in nature, meaning Claude Code, just using natural language with a proper prompt, could figure out what I was trying to build, test, and get to the point where I could use it and run it locally. Naturally, I won't go through the whole chat. I'll go through the prompts that matter to you so you can begin to get the creative juices flowing on how you could go about asking whatever it is you're trying to build. So for the first prompt, I said the following. I want to create one app I can run on localhost, which just means running locally on your computer, that is capable of the following: video splitting, image conversion, PDF merging, audio extraction from MP4 to MP3, and AI image editing with the Gemini API. And all I said was I want one unified, simple interface to invoke each one of these functionalities. And then I said be thoughtful and I basically gave it some fine print as to what I was thinking about in terms of the core structure of each app. So for the first one, I said for video splitting, I just want to be able to drag and drop a video of whatever size and split it into 2 or however many equal parts I want. Next, I said I want to upload any image and convert it to any other image file type. And then I said I want to be able to upload PDFs and combine them, and ideally have some thoughtfulness around this. So I'm basically giving a hint to Claude Code that this is my core requirement, but I want you to extract the second and third order possible actions or features that might make sense. For number 4, I said I want to be able to upload multiple video files and be able to extract the audio in that video as an MP3. And last but not least, this is the only time I tag a file, and I'm just tagging this file right here, and I'm telling it to brush up on the Nano Banana API, how to use it, so all I have to do is give it an API key and it can run. So first I ask it to create a plan, and this is really helpful. Whatever you do, it gets Claude Code to show you its hand and its understanding of what you're trying to put together. So without me even asking, it does things like web search to see what is the optimal way as of 2025 to build this particular tool. It then comes up with a series of questions just to double check whether or not I want to be able to create new images with Nano Banana or edit existing ones or both. So it asks me a few things like the PDF split options, the video splitting, and I basically just answer those questions, and I tell it one key thing here. And creating this type of file will help you go from one session to the next without having to worry about this right here, where you are sweating because your context window of your chat is about to run out. So I say, based on this, I want you to create a markdown file where you store the progress of building one of these apps and build it in different phases. Why do I want it to be built in different phases? Well, if you give it different phases and you tell it to check with you before it goes on to the next phase, if you check your context window here and it's at 99%, then you can just take that to-do list, open a new chat, and tell it continue where we left off. And this is what I say right here. So one of the most important things is between each phase, I want you to, keywords, wait for my approval before you go to the next phase. And from that, it creates this progress file where it has an overview of where the server is going to run, the different phases, and it checks things off as a normal person would go to a grocery store and check off a grocery list of what they've done and what needs to be gathered right after. And this is awesome because as it would take a pause, I could look at the progress and just tell the next chat, great, proceed from where we left off. And if I wanted to give some more information, let's say a baton pass, I could tell the chat with whatever context I had left, go through everything we've done, add it to the progress to tell it exactly where you're stuck or what it has to focus on based on our back and forth. Then it takes not just the to-do list, but the richness and everything it learned from our current session and transfers it over to the new virginized blank slate chat. One thing that's important to keep in mind is that I was initially just trying to create 5 different functionalities. It's only later on where I thought, let's give this video compression idea a try as well. So the goal of this first session was to create the foundations for all the core apps and try to build the easy ones. So the goal of this first session was, since I already told it I want to build 5 different apps, it tried to look for libraries or dependencies from these programming languages to look for commonalities where it can use the same tool or set of tools for multiple functionalities. So we went from phase 1 to phase 2 to phase 3, and in between I would realize I'm missing something. So if I use an iPhone, the file type of an iPhone image, if you airdrop it, is a .heic. A lot of times I use free versions or sometimes paid versions of apps to do them in bulk. So I just added that to see how hard would this be just to tack on. And I was able to finish it within literally 5 minutes. So that's when I started even getting an aha moment. Despite me working with things like Claude Code every single day, probably for the past 6 months, I still don't believe how quickly you can build certain things. So once we got to phase 3, this is where we got into the dreaded situation where this was at 83% used. And typically, this is where you start sweating saying, can I squeeze one more phase while we have the full context of the conversation flowing, or do I have to start from scratch? Now, one thing you could do is /compact. This is meant to summarize everything and feed it to the next chat so it can clear the context window. And you can use this, and sometimes it's useful. What I've noticed is sometimes it removes the stuff that's important and keeps the things that aren't important. So hallucinations can begin to be born after this point. What I like to do is this baton pass prompt, and I'll make this available along with all the other prompts that I think are helpful in the second link in the description below. And this is the instruction I gave it. Now it can give me an instruction, like a prompt, that I can send to a brand new session of Claude Code that would be able to refer to this expanded plan, tell it where we're at, and tell it what we need to do just so it's crystal clear. And the main part is I say give it a little status report, like a baton pass of where we're at. So it puts together this prompt where it tells it exactly what's happening, where we're running our server, because sometimes in a brand new session, the new session is unaware that you're already running this somewhere on your local computer. So it goes through what's done, we have the next phases, and as a backup, we still have this progress list right here that we can depend on as a failsafe. So I paste the prompt in a new session, and the goal of this new session is my image converter was working. I wanted to upgrade it like we saw before to be able to handle different types of files like this HEIC file. And then on the PDF front, it worked to be able to split files, but it was very specific. It only split it into 2 parts. I wanted to not only be able to split it into 4, 5, 6 parts, but also be able to combine PDFs if I wanted. So everything ran as expected until phase 4, and audio extraction was working perfectly without even any form of guidance whatsoever. Once we hit the video splitter, this is where we started hitting some issues. And the main issue could be summarized in this image right here, where we were trying to take a 3 GB file and split it into multiple. Now the goal of this specific tool was to allow me to take a video and split it into multiple parts so I can upload it to Gemini 3 Pro so it could read it and create SOPs from a tutorial I put together for my community. But one of the main issues was Claude Code assumed that I was trying to use some form of API, something browser-based. So when I would upload a large file, it would either crash or take forever. So eventually it understood that I want to be able to drag and drop a file, and it would be able to extract the file path on my local computer of that file, so then it could run as quickly as I showed you at the beginning of the video. And one other thing I noted is it didn't seem to show any form of progress. So it would say running, and it would simulate running, but it didn't seem like it was lining up with what's happening on the back end. So I would stare at my screen waiting for 5, 10, 15 minutes for a video to split, but behind the scenes, it was still at 16% or 18%. So you'll notice that all of my prompts, outside of the very first couple, which were the foundational ones, aren't very scientific. And all I said was for the video splitting function, any way we can avoid uploading it and just Pythonically split it. Now you don't have to use the word Pythonically here, you could just say use code locally on my computer to split it, and then it was able to understand, I should ditch anything that is API related or anything related to the cloud because we want to just run this on the local computer itself. And by the end of this phase, pretty much all of these functionalities were ready to go, all were active, including the AI image editor. So if we took something like a PDF tool and went to split PDF, and I just uploaded whatever I want, let's take this invoice, and I click on split PDF right here, it literally takes less than a second. I can click on download, and this works instantaneously. Same thing for audio extraction. I can go upload a file of my choice. Let's take a smaller one. Let's take one like this, and then upload this, and then click on MP3. I'll click on standard quality. We'll do extract audio. This will run and put together an MP3 file where I can listen on just the audio from a screen recording. And in less than 30 seconds, we went from a 1.6 gigabyte file that's 46 minutes long to this MP3 that I can click on and listen to. And for the last phase, I wanted to be a little bit more adventurous. And hopefully this example that seems very complex will show you how powerful something like a Claude Code can be. So I wanted to be able to take a 4K video that was 4 gigabytes, upload that, and make that into a 100 megabyte file. And I was more than happy to take some loss of quality as long as the frames were intact, it wasn't overly pixelated, and if I uploaded this file to Gemini, which has a cap at least right now of 1 gigabyte for a file, then I could just pass multiple versions of the file and have it watch all of them. So in this case, we needed to worry about resolution, quality, some form of progress monitor, which is really important, especially if you have no idea whether it's going to take 4 minutes or 50 minutes, or if it's not working at all. Now again, just to inspire you, there was no scientific prompt here. I just said, curious, I have a 5 gigabyte video that I need to compress under 1 gigabyte. Is there anything we can do to allow that? Very open-ended. It came up with a plan. It came up with a series of libraries it could put together. We went back and forth. It came up with this particular plan right here. All the different Python files would have to come up with, exactly how it would go about doing that. And for the most part, this was smooth sailing. The biggest hiccups came about where the progress bar wasn't working, and no matter what I tried, dragging and dropping a file had some form of issues on the back end. A little bit boring to explain why that was happening, but essentially this works. I just have to give it the file path very intentionally. And just to prove to you that even that functionality works, I'll take one of my longer videos, like my Claude Code Masterclass, which is around an hour and 20 minutes. We'll go back to video compression. I will plug in this URL right here. We'll click on load. So now it's loaded. You can see it's an hour and 24 minutes. I'll do 360p for the resolution and low, just to see how low we can go. If I click on compress, it should now update me. This won't be instantaneous, but this also isn't a huge file, like a multi-gigabyte file. So I would imagine in the next 30 to 50 seconds, we'll have the compressed version of this file. And after running, this is the original video, and this is the compressed video. That's around 90 megabytes instead of 130. Now we could give it a target where we could tell it right here, I want a target size of 60 megabytes and compress however much you need to get to that file size. But the goal is just to show you that this is indeed possible without having to pay for external software. Now, was the goal of this video to show you how to build an image converter or a video compressor? Because very possible that neither of those matter to you in your day-to-day. What I wanted to show you was whatever tools you use on a regular basis, whether it's a micro SaaS or a small tool, you could probably rebuild it yourself with no technical know-how, asking Claude Code to try to just brute force it. And whenever you have an app that has an input and a defined output, there's always code in between that something like Claude Code can help you with. Now, if you want a polished version of the prompts I showed you in this video, I'll make those available to you in the second link in the description below. And if you've now decided, as a result of watching this video, that you want to dial in, double down, and immerse yourself in the world of Claude Code, building all kinds of things, I build value bombs that I drop on my exclusive community on a regular basis. So if you're serious about learning Claude Code and applying it to every single day scenarios, check the first link in the description below, and maybe I'll see you inside. I'll see you in the next one.